At my late wife's memorial, my stepdaughter handed me a document and said, "You'll want to make things simple." It was a power of attorney form naming her. I looked her in the eye and asked, "Who told you I can't handle my own affairs?" She didn't see my lawyer watching from across the room. I'm not sure where to even start. I've rewritten this a dozen times trying to get the tone right, but screw it. I'm going to just tell the truth. My name is Carl.
I'm 67.
I live in Mesa, Arizona. I retired 6 years ago after running a small but successful HVAC business for most of my adult life. Nothing fancy, but I worked hard, paid my taxes, and saved every damn penny I could. Life was never easy, but I never expected easy. I married Denise in 2006. It was the second marriage for both of us. She had a daughter, Erica, who was 19 at the time. I won't lie, Erica never liked me. She was polite when she had to be, but she always treated me like I was standing in her father's spot. Her real dad, Tim, died in a car accident when Erica was 12, and I understood that kind of grief could plant roots deep. I gave her space. I never tried to be her dad, but I showed up to her college graduation, helped pay off her student loans when she got into a bind, even co-signed on a loan for her first condo in Scottsdale. Denise and I didn't have any children together, so I always figured helping Erica was just part of the deal. Family, right? Denise got sick in 2023. Ovarian cancer. Stage 3 when they found it. We tried everything, surgery, chemo, experimental trials. I quit the part-time consulting work I'd been doing and became her full-time caregiver. Every doctor's visit, every ER trip, every awful day after chemo, I was there. I'd sleep in a chair beside her hospital bed just so she wouldn't be alone when she woke up in the night. Erica started showing up again once Denise was clearly dying. She came by the house a lot, offered to help out, and kept saying things like, "I know this is a lot for someone your age, Carl." I didn't like the way she said it. Like I was slipping. Like I couldn't handle my own damn home. The truth is, Denise noticed it too. About 3 weeks before she passed, she told me, "If anything happens, don't let Erica bully you." She's been asking questions about the house, about my accounts. I asked her if she had changed anything in her will. She just shook her head and said, "No, I trust you'll do the right thing." She died quietly at home. I was holding her hand when she went. The memorial was small. Denise wanted it that way. Just close friends and family. I was still in shock that morning. I hadn't cried yet. I felt like I was outside my own body, just moving from room to room, greeting people I barely recognized. Then Erica showed up in black heels, a designer bag, and an envelope. She hugged me, real stiff. Then pulled me aside and said, "I brought something that'll make everything easier on you." She pulled out a power of attorney form, already filled out, naming her. It looked like she'd had it drafted by someone who knew what they were doing. "You'll want to make things simple," she said. "I can take care of the bills, the paperwork, the house." I looked at her and said, "Who told you I can't handle my own affairs?" Her smile didn't move. "I'm just trying to help. Mom said you'd need it." I didn't say a word, just folded the document and slid it into my jacket. What she didn't know was that my lawyer, Doug Langston, was standing a few feet away pretending to check his phone. Doug has been my attorney for nearly 30 years. We golfed together. He's seen every business deal, every tax filing, every estate draft. He already knew something was off when I told him Erica kept showing up. After the memorial, the real trouble started. Doug called me 2 days later and said, "Carl, we've got a problem." Turns out, someone had attempted to access Denise's investment account using a POA form. They were denied because the signature didn't match, but that raised a red flag. Then the trust holding our joint property, mainly the house and some land in Tempe, received a request for beneficiary change. Erica was trying to move everything under her name. She didn't stop there. She filed a motion with the probate court to become my financial conservator, citing grief-induced cognitive decline. She submitted statements from a friend who claimed I'd forgotten to pay bills, missed appointments, and had shown signs of early dementia. Total garbage. She wanted me declared legally incompetent. Doug filed a countersuit so fast it made her head spin. We submitted medical records, bank statements, security cam footage from my front door showing her coming and going with files she never had permission to touch. This wasn't just greed. This was a premeditated power grab. But I wasn't just going to defend myself. I was going to dig until I found every lie she ever told and make her answer for it. I thought Erica hitting me with the power of attorney form at Denise's memorial was the lowest she could go. I was wrong. Doug and I started tracing the documents she tried to submit. He's got connections, and we were able to quietly talk to a few clerks and notaries around Maricopa County. Turns out, Erica had used a mobile notary for one of the fake documents, someone who notarized a signature Denise supposedly gave just 5 days before she passed. Only problem? Denise couldn't hold a pen by then. She could barely lift a fork. I still have the journal Denise kept during those final weeks. Her handwriting turned to shaky scribbles. No way she signed anything legal. Doug said we'd need to bring in a handwriting expert if it came to court. I said do it. Then came the bank notices. I had 3 accounts, 1 checking, 1 savings, and 1 Denise and I used for joint expenses. I logged in one morning and found a hold placed on the joint account. When I called, the rep told me there was a dispute filed regarding ownership. Erica had claimed I was attempting to drain funds unlawfully after Denise's passing. She was trying to freeze me out of my own money. I lost it that day. I'm not proud of what I said on the phone with her, but I called and told her, if you want to fight, I'll give you a goddamn war. She didn't back down. She doubled down. Next thing I know, I get a letter from Adult Protective Services. A formal inquiry. Someone, guess who? Reported that I was confused, unstable, and being manipulated by a lawyer for financial gain. Erica was trying to build a case that Doug was the one pulling the strings. She told the agent I was vulnerable to exploitation. I invited the caseworker into my home, sat him down, showed him the files, the messages, the notarized forms. I even let him talk to my neighbor who's a retired nurse and sees me walk my dog every morning at 6:30, like clockwork. The APS agent closed the file in 3 days. But the damage was done. Friends started distancing themselves. Rumors started, small at first, then louder. Is Carl okay? He's been through a lot. Maybe he's not thinking straight. I could feel it. People whispering behind my back. Then Doug dropped the next bomb. He found something in Denise's old email archives. Something she must have forgotten to mention, or maybe didn't want to. An email chain between Denise and her financial advisor from 2022. The advisor had warned her that someone, Erica, had tried to request a portfolio summary under Denise's name using a temporary account authorization. Denise shut it down at the time, but she never told me. Maybe she thought it was over. Maybe she didn't want to believe her own daughter would do something like that. But I believe it now. I was grieving, and Erica saw her chance. She saw a man in pain and thought he'd fold. She thought I'd sign anything, do anything just to make the headaches go away. She thought wrong. Because now I wasn't just defending myself. I was building a case. A full picture. A timeline of every shady move, every forged document, every lie. And then something happened that changed everything. Doug found a private investigator. Former sheriff, low-key guy. He started digging into Erica's finances. And what he found? Erica was in debt. Massive debt. Over $80,000 in credit cards, plus 2 small business loans in default. She'd opened a boutique wellness store during the pandemic. Lost it in under a year. She was trying to claw her way out by going after her mother's estate. That's when it all started to make sense. This wasn't just greed. It was desperation. Erica wasn't just trying to take from me. She needed to. Her plan wasn't just selfish. It was survival. But it was still illegal. And now I had more than just lawyers. I had evidence. I had motive. I had people willing to testify. But I was waiting. Because revenge isn't just about winning. It's about making sure they never try you again. Just when I thought I had Erica cornered, something happened that made me question everything I thought I knew. Doug called me early one morning. He sounded unsettled, which is rare for him. "We got a problem, Carl," he said. "The notary who signed Erica's forged documents? He's dead." I sat down hard on the kitchen stool. "What do you mean, dead?" "Found in his apartment. Supposed overdose. But the autopsy was rushed. And the report? Sealed." Now, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but something about it didn't sit right. Doug said the guy, Jason Bell, was 34, no criminal record, no history of drug use, and he just renewed his license 3 weeks prior. And yet somehow, right after I challenged the validity of a document he'd notarized, he turns up dead? Doug's words were careful. We don't have proof of anything yet, but someone's cleaning up loose ends. The tension in my chest didn't go away for days. And then it got worse. One night, around 11:30, I caught someone trying to break into my garage. I keep everything locked, especially since Denise passed. I heard the noise, metal scraping, and got outside just in time to see a figure running down the alley. They dropped something on the way out, a phone. Doug had a tech guy crack it. It was a burner phone. Mostly wiped, but it had one contact saved. We traced the last few texts, and sure enough, there were messages about documents and timing. Nothing directly incriminating, but it didn't take a genius to connect the dots. That was when I realized Erica wasn't working alone. Doug and I did some digging and found her boyfriend, Mark, had been arrested twice in California. Credit card fraud and impersonation. Charges dropped both times, but the pattern was there. He was the one who helped her draft the POA forms, we think. Probably the one who tried to access Denise's accounts too. Erica had brought a wolf into the house and kept him in sheep's clothing. It made sense now. Her sudden interest in Denise during those final weeks. The forced concern. The push for access. This wasn't just her idea, it was a two-person con. Then came the final twist. Doug got a call from a lawyer in Tucson. He represented Denise's first husband's estate, Tim's family. They'd heard about the conservatorship case Erica filed, and they were angry.
Why?
Because Erica had tried the same stunt on them 3 years ago. Tim's mother had dementia. Erica showed up, offered to help, and ended up moving a chunk of her grandmother's estate into an LLC in her name. When they found out, the family threatened her legally, but they never pursued criminal charges. They regret that now. We got affidavits.
Testimony.
More ammo. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was a pattern. And now I wasn't just going to defend myself. I was going to expose Erica for what she really was. In public. Where everyone who whispered about me would see the truth. I gave Erica every chance to walk away. Quietly. With dignity. I even told Doug to hold off filing the full petition with the state board until I was sure. But she didn't walk away. She doubled down. She showed up to the court hearing for the conservatorship in a tailored suit, fake tears in her eyes, and told the judge I was unstable and vulnerable, that I was being controlled by a predatory lawyer, and that I was no longer capable of making sound decisions. She had no idea what was coming. Doug and I had prepared everything. Every fake document she submitted. Every attempt to access funds. The evidence from the burner phone. The affidavits from her own family in Tucson. Even a forensic handwriting expert ready to testify that Denise could not have signed anything in those final days. But the moment that turned everything came from someone Erica never expected. A nurse. One of Denise's hospice caregivers. She took the stand, looked directly at Erica, and said, "I was there every day the last 2 weeks. Denise couldn't speak without pain, let alone sign legal forms. That girl never came to visit." The courtroom went dead silent. Even the judge stared at Erica, like something in him had shifted. It got worse for her. Doug had pulled Erica's financials. He laid it all out, the boutique failure, the loans, the default notices, the credit card debt. Then he introduced the piece we'd saved for last, an active wire transfer attempt made 3 days after Denise died, $25,000 from the joint account, sent to a brand new LLC in Erica's name. She hadn't just tried to take over. She'd already started stealing. The judge dismissed her petition immediately, but I wasn't done. We filed a civil suit for attempted fraud, elder abuse, and financial exploitation. The notary's family also filed a wrongful death suit based on pressure and coercion from Erica and Mark. Then came the press. A local news station caught wind of the case. The headline ran, "Widower battles stepdaughter's power grab after wife's death. Court says forgery. Fraud involved." People started talking. The same ones who whispered behind my back now looked at me with sympathy and disgust toward her. I watched Erica unravel in real time. Her boutique friends dropped her. Her boyfriend disappeared. She lost her condo after missing too many payments. I didn't even need to push that last part.
Karma did it for me.
But I made one final move. I bought the condo, quietly, through a friend's real estate firm.
Cash.
And when she was finally evicted, with nowhere to go, she saw the name on the mailbox.
Carl.
Just Carl. No last name. Just mine. I stood there, keys in hand. You wanted control, I said. Now I have yours. She didn't say a word, just turned and walked away.
No low shots.
No more hearings.
No apologies.
She was done, and so was I. I still miss Denise every day. Nothing about this brought her back. But I did what she would have wanted. I protected what was ours. I didn't let her daughter steal my life.